some concerns with how they're viewed, I guess I would say. 10.5, they're over-under, favored to win the division. For me, it always comes back to Dak. Right? Like he'll be compared against Kirk Cousins and Carson Wentz because they came in, they were in the same division together for a long time. Now Wentz is back in the division. Matt Ryan, Derek Carr, guys like that, right? So let's just play a little game here. Put a graphic up right here of two quarterbacks. Right, we're going to show you Dak's numbers here. So 220 yards. This is per game, right? Because all these quarterbacks that we're going to compare to have different numbers of games played, so total stats aren't going to work. So we'll go per game. 220 yards, 1.34 touchdowns, about a half pick a game, rating of 93. Now this is without Amari Cooper because that is the Dak Prescott that we are going to be getting going forward. Amari's in Cleveland, right? So we're going to get an Amari Cooper-less Dak Prescott. These are his stats right here per game. Now let's look at the other quarterback. I will not tell you his name, but let's go through. Let's see. 281 yards a game, 1.72 touchdowns per game. A little bit more on the interceptions, 0.66 interceptions per game, and a pass rating of 98.6. Who is that guy? He's a little bit better. That's Matt Ryan. That's Matt Ryan's number since 2016. Right, we're going since 2016 because that's when Dak started playing. What do you know? Matt Ryan since then is a better quarterback. Let's go to the next guy. So again, we'll see Dak's numbers here. 220, 1.34, right? You see it right there. For those of you watching, listening, I already ran through them. 220, 1.34, 0.56 interceptions, 93 pass rating. This is without Amari Cooper. Here's the next quarterback. 240 yards per game, 1.65 touchdowns, 0.67, and a rating slightly lower at 90.1. Who's that guy? Well, that's Carson Wentz. Or it's just a slightly worse quarterback, right? But he'll give you more touchdowns, a little more risky because he's gonna turn the ball over a little bit more. He's gonna give you more production in yards. He's gonna give you more touchdowns. Live with the risk, right? 3 points lower on the rating. Live with that. Let's see. Again, Dak's there. Let's go to the next guy because this one's gonna surprise you. 253 yards a game, 1.49 touchdowns. You might be able to guess just based off the interceptions. 1.13 interceptions per game since 2016, and a pass rating of about 88.7. That's Jameis Winston. You're telling me Dak is about 4 ticks higher in pass rating than Jameis Winston? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's go. Let's keep going. Again, Dak's numbers. This next quarterback, 257 yards, 1.47 touchdowns per game, 0.63 interceptions per game, and a 95.5 pass rating. Who might that be? That is my man, Derek Carr. That's right. Derek Carr's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott without Amari Cooper. You wouldn't guess it based on the salary that he's going to make. You wouldn't guess it based on all the hype. Let's keep going. This is fun. Again, Dak's numbers. Next quarterback, 224 yards per game. 1.35 touchdowns, about the same. A little more on the INTs, 0.73 in the INT department per game. Pass rating of 99, though. Probably a little bit more efficient. Well, that's Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, and by the way, he's been to a Super Bowl and another NFC Championship game.
And he's not going to be the starter this year either.
And he's not even going to start for a team. He's better than Dak Prescott in 2016.
Wow.
Let's look at another guy. See, now the next couple aren't guys that he is necessarily compared to skill level-wise. These are guys that he is paid very similar to. Again, Dak's numbers. I'll read them again just to refresh those who are just listening. 220 yards a game, 1.34 touchdowns per game, about a half interception a game, and a 93.2 pass rating, again, without Amari Cooper, because that is the Dak we are going to get moving forward. How about the next quarterback? 221 yards per game. Touchdowns are about 1.62, interceptions about 0.7, and a pass rating of 99. Who might that be? Probably someone that's viewed as better than Dak. You'd be incorrect. It's Ryan Tannehill. Most people view him as a lesser quarterback. I'm here to tell you you're wrong. Ryan Tannehill is a better quarterback, as you see here. Let's keep going. Another guy that's paid very, very similar to Dak. Maybe not this year, but once Dak's number goes up next year, very similar. 267 yards a game, 1.85 touchdowns per game, 0.64, so it doesn't turn the ball over too much. Pass rating of 100.7. Shout out the radio station in Pittsburgh, by the way.
107 star.
Anyway, that's Kirk Cousins. Yeah.
Wow.
Kirk Cousins plays big boy football. Next guy. This one is really going to get to some people. 258 yards a game, 1.52 touchdowns per game, 0.76 INT, so you can turn the ball over a little bit more, 91.5 passer rating, pretty similar to Dak, a tick and a half lower. That is Jared Goff up there in Detroit.
Wow.
Jared Goff. And I saved the best for last.
It's better than Jared Goff.
Again, since it's the last one, I will refresh you on Dak's numbers if you are just listening. 220 yards per game, 1.34 touchdowns, 0.56 interceptions per game, and a pass rating of 93.2 without Amari Cooper since 2016. That is what we're looking at, because that's the Dak that we are going to get going forward without Amari Cooper. 221 yards a game. 1 yard better than Dak. Call it even. Touchdowns per game, 1.52. Better than Dak. Interceptions, 0.44. A little less than Dak, okay. And a pass rating of 93.9. Slightly better than Dak's. Who might that be? Dak's viewed as an A- quarterback. This guy's viewed as... That's Gardner Minshew. That's Gardner Minshew since 2016. Well, he wasn't in the league then, but that is Gardner Minshew on a per-game basis.
Wow.
Okay, so... And by the way, this is... Look, it's not an attack on Dak Prescott. No pun intended, attack Dak, or I guess rhyme intended there. It's not an attack on him. This is a reality. When you pay your quarterback top of the market, when he's not worth top of the market, this is what you're going to get. Right? This year's his cap hits about $20 million. And they still couldn't afford their best receiver, 2 of their top 3 linemen, 1 of your top 2 pass rushers. You couldn't afford them, and his cap hit's only $20 million. Get this. Next year, $49 million. How about the year after that? $52 million. So you tell me where the team has the ability to get any better over the next couple of years.
There's no money.
You tell me. Right, so now you're getting into a position where you are, and we're going to get to a little bit about this with Tua next segment as well, but you're getting into the space now where you're paying your quarterback a lot, so you're going to keep him on the roster, and he's good enough certainly to win you like 8-9 games a year, where you're going to be drafting anywhere from 13 to 22 every year. You're not going to move off him because he's too good, but you could upgrade if you want to take the next step. Kind of like Minnesota, right? Is Dallas's standards the same as Minnesota's standards?
Absolutely not.
Is America's team, should they be settling for a Dak Prescott level quarterback?
No,